committing adultery. Says Mohbad's mom, who has finally, for the first time, come out to tell us about everything that she thinks should be shared online. Hello, everyone. You're so much welcome. Yes, we've always been hearing from Baba in several interviews. Yes, we've always been hearing, well, quite recently, and about two different platforms, Wunmi has spoken out. Then, now, Mama has decided to share her own side of the story. Let's dive straight into it. She said, Joseph Aloba and I loved each other so much when we started. Even though my parents warned me not to marry him, but I didn't listen. All the money I was making from many jobs, I gave him everything. I used my money and sweat to send him for a 1-year pastoral training under Prophet Abiara. In the marriage, he was a stubborn and wicked husband. He was always fighting me that I fell into depression. It was in abject poverty that I had the 3 children for him. I decided to be grinding pepper for a living, so I got a shop and I started the work. The money I was making from this, I gave him daily. One day, I decided to use the money I made that day for myself, 3,500 naira. I didn't give him. That was the genesis of our problem. It frustrated me. The reports going around that he sent me out because I committed adultery are false. There was a lady and her hubby who were staying next to us at that time. I was much older than her, but we became friends. Her hubby was from my town. They used to come and eat at our place. One day the wife traveled and I went to give the hubby food out of goodwill. Then Mohbad's dad saw me and started shouting that I was having an affair with the man. I refused to beg him because my conscience was clear. He told me to leave his house and 3 pastors came to beg him, but he refused. He threw my luggage out very late at night. I had to go sleep in my shop. In the morning, I went to the house to check on my kids. Immediately he saw me, he picked a knife and chased me. I ran for my dear life. So my people, this is the first part of Mama Mohbad's declaration that Omo, the thing where I see, our mouth no fit talk everything. This claim by this woman, we are going to take them one after the other, but let me just go through everything. After I ran for my life, I went to my parents' house, but my dad did not let me in because he said he had warned me before. Mohbad's dad did not let me have access to my children. After a while, he allowed me to take Adura, the youngest, because it was a baby. Adura was always falling sick when he was with me. I reached out to the dad for hospital bills, but he refused. He said Adura was a bastard and that if he was not his blood, he would die before he clocked 1. I am not surprised that he's now calling Liam a bastard. He did it to his own son too. He knows Liam is Mo's son. He just wanted to frustrate Wunmi. He was the one that prepared the prayer water that Wunmi drank before she became pregnant. When Liam was born, he warned them not to let me carry or give him a bath. He told them I was a witch. I couldn't carry him for a very long time. He was the one that organized the pastor that named the boy. He and Wunmi used to be very, very close, but what really caused their problem was placenta and naming ceremony money. After Liam was named, he said Mo should give him 250,000 naira so he could go back to Ikorodu and cook for people that would be visiting him, but Mohbad refused. It became a big issue. I had to intervene and begged Mohbad before he sent the money to his dad. I see all the costing Nigerians are placing on me and the innocent baby. They will go back to the sender. Mo never doubted Liam's paternity. God will judge Baba Mohbad because after Mo rented an apartment for me, he settled our differences and his dad was always coming to sleep over with me. Now he's treating me as if we are strangers. Ifaya Konya would judge between us. My people, this is quite lengthy and this is quite a revelation. as Mama Mohbad has decided to say, you know what, I'm going to say everything from the beginning. And honestly, this is, well, in line with what we wanted to hear. To say, okay, kí ni genesis gbogbo wàhálà yìí gangan ná? Ṣé wọ́n fà yín fún wọn ni? Àbí wọ́n fẹ́ yín gangan ni? Àbí báwo? So she has now said it, that they were in love from the beginning. Everything was just the way it should be among couples. But poverty, iṣẹ́ àti ìyà kò jẹ́ káwọn gbádùn marriage náà. Everybody knows that marriage, love goes sit down one side when it gets to a point. Now, people who don't stay inside marriage for many years go understand what I'm talking about. Love will find a nice seat for one corner, go and sit down there. The realities of life will set in when you have to pay bills, settle hospital bills, pay rent, everyday food, whether you make money or you don't make money, mouth has to chop. After child 1, having child 2, it's not rice and beans. Now having child 3, that marriage, you don't graduate from love level to tolerance level. And when poverty is the center core of a marriage, it is a problem. And over the years, when the thing no get better, frustration will go enter am. You see, they do press up. Anyway, as she said that Baba was always been a stubborn and wicked husband. Said na so fight, but that good, they beat him until she fell into depression. Pé ìyà olómi ọbẹ̀ táwọn jẹ inú ọmọ mẹ́ta yẹn làwọn ti bí. That at a point she had to go and start grinding pepper. Àwọn tó máa ń lọ ata yẹn. So she got a shop and started máa lọ ata. And she said the money she was making, she always gave it to Baba. But at the point she decided that, no, I can't keep giving this man my money. So she said she decided to keep that money for herself. And that was the beginning of the problem. Pé ọ̀rọ̀ owó yìí náà ni báwọn ṣe fún bàbá ní 3-5 ìtàwọn pàǹjọ yẹn bí wàhálà ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní inú marriage àwọn nìyẹn. Pé bàbá fẹ́ gbẹ̀mí àwọn. Bàbá fi ó ń sọ káàkiri pé àwọn ṣe knack, which is not true according to her. Báwọn dẹ̀ ní neighbor kan àtọkọ ẹ̀ tẹ́ pé neighbor yẹn ọkọ ẹ̀ jẹ́ aráàlú àwọn táwọn jọ máa ń ṣeré tọ́dẹ̀ máa wá jẹun nílé àwọn. Wọ́n lè níyàwó wá travel out of town ọjọ́ kan àwọn bá lọ fún ọkọ woman yìí lóúnjẹ bí bàbá ṣe rí ọkọ àwọn ṣe rí àwọn nìyẹn bàbá Mohbad bó ṣe ní àwọn ṣe àgbèrè nìyẹn. But Mama said at this point she refused pé irọ́ nǹkan tó bá máa ṣe ló máa ṣe, mi ò bẹ̀bẹ̀. Wọ́n ní bàbá ṣe ju ẹrù wọn síta pé kó máa lọ ní alẹ́ very late at night. And àwọn ní láti wá lọ sùn sí ṣọ́ọ̀bù àwọn mọ́jú. Wọ́n ní láàárọ̀ táwọn ṣe jí káwọn lọ wo àwọn ọmọ àwọn, bàbá bá mú ọ̀bẹ ló bá chase àwọn kúrò ní ilé báwọn ṣe sásàálà fún ẹ̀.